Thanks for tuning in to Code and Confidence. Today we're going to take a break from the programming side of things and explore the first confidence-flavored video on the channel. I wanted to take a quick minute to discuss what these are going to look like. Each video will introduce a self-development topic that I'll relate to software engineering in some way. These will of course be helpful for developers out there needing a confidence boost, but they all have practical benefits for the rather Sisyphean task of living life as a human. Rolling right into it, here's the first topic, outcome independence. Outcome independence is the lack of emotional attachment to results, or a state of mind where you can accept that the doing of a thing is more important than its outcome. This is especially important for software engineers, from interns to senior developers. Maybe you're recently self-taught or coming from a college or coding boot camp. Regardless of your start, finding your first software job is very difficult, and constant rejections or failed interviews can be discouraging. Now, obviously, getting a job is really important, and we all need money to live. That said, most people spend an inefficient amount of time worrying about the job offer and not about the process of getting one. Once you can give less heed to the repeated rejections and give a fuller attention to the road you're on, not only will getting that first job be easier, the rejections won't feel nearly as punishing. As a boot camp graduate myself, I spent several months fighting that battle. One time, I received a rejection email from a job I knew in my heart of hearts I was going to get. Having an outcome-independent mindset helped me to take that would-be devastating rejection and regard it as just another one on the pile. This sort of thing happens to the vast majority of entry-level programmers, so put the difficulty to use instead of letting it hinder you. It might just make the difference you need in your job search. Now let's shift our focus from aspiring developers to the seasoned professionals. Engineers that have been in the field a while will have faced lots of adversity, from debugging elusive production issues to deciphering cryptic documentation. This lot can benefit from outcome independence as well. Every positive action you take in a professional environment makes you better at your job. Figuratively smashing your head against a bug for days on end can feel like pure suffering. A person with an outcome independent mindset will take into the account the lessons they're learning by driving forward toward their goal. The fact that code written by humans and also AI will never not contain bugs, and that progress seen is not always progress achieved. Keeping these types of things in mind will make it easier to handle the unrelenting slew of issues baked into the many-tiered cake that is software engineering. Now let's take a step back from the tech side of things and have a look at the more general benefits of having cultivated a sense of outcome independence. Firstly, anyone who practices this mindset will feel much more contented with life than those who don't. When you aren't emotionally connected to outcomes and accept them as a matter of course, you start to feel unworried about the things that may have brought great stress in an earlier time. It also brings the mental and emotional space to find a greater appreciation for things that are often overlooked when you're more focused on results. If there's a constant loop of negative, stressful thoughts running around in your head, you miss a lot. It could be a caterpillar munching on a heart-shaped leaf, cool new coffee shop that popped up on your walking route, or even something that could solve the problems you're always so worried about. A person detached from outcome has the extra headspace to catch these things. Most of all, and ultimately the point of this video, outcome independence inspires confidence. Why are so many people nervous during job interviews? Because in their mind, everything is riding on their performance, how they're perceived, and of course, the overall outcome of the interview. Someone who can truly accept that the results will either work out for them or not is going to feel much more confident than the person who is too worried about how it will go. Now, there's been a lot of talk about what outcome independence is and what it can do for us. But how can a person achieve this mindset and put it to use in everyday life? Step 1, avoid autopilot. Take some extra time and put genuine thought and intention into the things you do. You don't have to give all of yourself to every task, especially not at first, but do try to increase awareness of what you're doing while you're doing it. Mindfulness is a phenomenal all-around quality of life improvement, but it's doubly so for fostering outcome independence. When you care about what you do, it will help you to reframe the activity's importance, regardless of how originally important it was. Step 2, self-analysis. Take a second to examine how you feel when you succeed or fail at something. comparing how you react to both situations and not judging or trying to change either brings active awareness of your emotional investment in the outcome. Step 3, journey before destination. Understand that the benefits of doing something often outweigh the results of the activity. Even when you want a specific result, like fixing a problem, winning at a game, or receiving a job offer, what you did to achieve it can be applied to many often equally desirable outcomes. Don't pigeonhole yourself into thinking that all of your effort rides on a single end. And step 4, perseverance. Don't let your pursuance of outcome independence act against itself. It's not something that happens overnight. A mindset shift is an evolving, fluid thing. Just remember that even failing to detach from failure isn't truly failure. It's a natural reaction that takes time and effort to achieve. Finally, it's very unlikely that anyone will ever find themselves completely and utterly detached from any results. You don't need to stop celebrating wins or feeling defeated at a loss. Just don't let the outcome, which is a nebulous thing that doesn't actually exist, interfere with the real-time experience of living life. Now, before we finish up, here's some food for thought. Among the many worldviews that embody outcome independence, I think Stoicism stands out. It's a philosophy of self-mastery, perseverance, and wisdom. And what makes Stoicism particularly relevant to outcome independence is its emphasis on accepting what is, regardless of our emotional reactions. Stoics recognize that while they may not always have control of external events, they always have agency over their response to those events. For those interested in learning more about Stoicism and its potential to reduce attachment to outcomes, check out the link in the video description for more information. Now, I know from personal experience the difficulties of entering and performing in the tech field, as well as those in seeking outcome independence. Please take it from me that they are all absolutely attainable, no matter where you're at in your journey. I hope this video has brought you something of use. Thanks again for tuning in to Code and Confidence with Isaac. I'll have some more confidence-based videos here in the future, so be on the lookout for those. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Changes come.